So today we're going to try and make some automations using AI, ChatGPT, and the workflows on make.com. Now, this is kind of like an alternative to Zapier, but it actually does a lot more advanced automations. And some of the automations I've seen so far have been crazy. For example, I've seen automations where Harrow responses have been completely automated. You might have seen that if you're in the Affiliate Lab mastermind group. And also, you can automate a lot of your meta descriptions automatically based on Airtable and linking that directly to WordPress. So we're going to give it a go today. I've never used it before, but I want to see what you can do and how advanced you need it to be. And I think this is good because if you're a complete beginner like me as well, then you can see, okay, how advanced or difficult is it to set up and does it take a long time? So let's get into it. And you can create a free account as well, which is pretty good. As you can see here, the current plan is completely free. I think if you have up to 1,000 operations per month, and then you can have 2 active workflows moving on. So we're going to get into it and see how this goes on. Let's create a new scenario. If you click add down here in the favorite section, you can actually add a new automation. So for example, if you want to use OpenAI in your ChatGPT API, you can click that right here. And then it's got a bunch of different images that you can make. So for example, you can create transcriptions, translations, generate images automatically, that sort of thing. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go into templates. If we type in the app that we want to use, for example, like OpenAI, and then if we command an F, you can see there's a few different SEO ideas already. So with Google Sheets, you would put in a new row, and then you can get ChatGPT to actually automate and complete the row for you. So for example, SEO keywords from your content topics, etc. So we're going to give that a go now. And if we click add, you can actually link this to your Google account. We'll create a new spreadsheet, which is make.com automation experiment. So let's call it that. And we'll select that in the spreadsheet. And then if you click here to choose file, and then just select the spreadsheet that you want to edit. So we've got the make.com automation experiment there. And then you can choose which sheet you're going to edit. So we'll edit sheet 1. We'll select all on where to start. And now it's time to set up the connection with ChatGPT. I've just connected that. I didn't show my API key, obviously, on the video. And we'll click continue. And then you just select your Google account again for the final step. Click continue like that. All right, I have to go back and reset my API usage and then wait for that. After a cheeky gym session, we're back in the game. And this is an extremely basic sort of output. If we run it now with a couple of keywords inside the spreadsheet, let's see what happens. And you can see what it does is it takes a topic like this and then writes some relevant keywords down here. Very basic, but that's essentially it. So now it's time to start getting this party started because we did the basics. That was okay. Now we're going to make it a bit more interesting. And one of the things that I like about this tool versus, say, GPT Sheets is the fact that you can link it to WordPress, right? So you can actually create a spreadsheet with all the keywords, all the content you want to create. Then you can tell ChatGPT, all right, take that keyword and make it into an article. And then you can actually create a post on WordPress using that process. And you can automate creating the content. But not just that, you could actually have a whole spreadsheet with, say, 100 or 200 keywords and actually just blast a bunch of content and publish it straight to WordPress. Would I recommend doing that? Well, you got to be a bit careful there, aren't you? But basically, this is how the whole process works. So let me give you an example, right? Here's what I've done. And bear in mind, this is a free version of make.com. I've not actually paid for it yet. I'm just paying for the OpenAI API. But as you can see, I've spent about 0.02 cents today. So it's been pretty cheap so far. And then we're plugging it into WordPress. So I've set up the WordPress integration. There is a make.com plugin that you can install for free to WordPress, and then that will link it directly with the connection. And you can see here that actually takes the content from ChatGPT, takes the title from the spreadsheet, and posts it and publishes it directly to the website. So let me show you an example of what that looks like. So I'm going to hit run once over here, and let's see what happens. I'm going to open up Astrological Eden, the one and only, over here. And I'll show you the spreadsheet that we set up, right? So I've just put the title in there. This is very, very basic still, but it's pretty interesting that you can automate it and publish straight to your WordPress. So this is a keyword that I've popped in here. And then you can see that it's scheduled the post, scheduled it because I have auto scheduler on my website so I don't publish too much content at once. So what it's essentially doing is getting the keyword input. So for example, like what does astrology mean? That's a new keyword I've just added. And then you can see this progress bar on ChatGPT like this. Now, if you're creating something big like an article, it's probably going to take a little while to generate that content. It also depends which API you're using with ChatGPT. And then you can see the progress bar now as it's publishing directly to WordPress. You can see this article that's published to the website. Now, this is very raw, okay? Because the prompt is extremely basic. And I'll show you this prompt and I'll run it through you in a sec. But basically what it's done is create a 600-word article as we requested with the different headings and prompts and all the stuff that we want to include. And you can see the potential of this. Now, what we're going to do this week is actually create a whole series on automations that you can use make.com and ChatGPT and Sheets and WordPress, etc. Because there's so much potential to this. It's absolutely crazy. Not just for creating content, but for generating content at bulk, for link building, for on-page SEO, for generating meta titles, etc. Really, really interesting process. Now, if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you comment on this video and I will do some crazy, crazy automations and invest a lot more time into taking this to the next level. Because as you can imagine, you can basically create your own SaaS tool using make.com. There's an insane amount of automations you could add to this process. Bear in mind, that's literally just with one prompt, one keyword on ChatGPT. Imagine if you just kept making different layers and different prompts on top of that. It would be absolutely insane. So if you want to see that, make sure you comment below. I'm just going to show you some more examples of what you can do. You might have seen my video on reverse silos, basically where you create a bunch of supporting content to rank your money page, right? Now, these supporting pages that you can see right here are usually really basic content, like 500 words, not even optimized. You just blast it onto your website. It's a strategy created by Carl Roof. Now, using the process of AI and also make.com, you can create the content very quickly with this spreadsheet, get it posted to your website, and then link it internally to your money page. So you can take the people who also ask questions like this. So you can imagine like you can create your own sort of bulk scheduling tools using that process. And there's an endless number of automations you can do completely away from SEO. So for example, you can actually turn your published articles into social media posts. So thanks so much for watching. If you want my free ChatGPT SEO course, you can get that in the comments for free below. And if you want a call about how to get more leads, traffic, and sales to your business, feel free to book in a call. I'll leave a link to the comments in that as well. And if you want to see more tutorials like this on make.com that are a lot more advanced, that take automation to another level, then please let me know in the comments. I'd be really interested to know that. Then I can invest some more time into building some crazy automations that get awesome results with SEO. Thanks for watching.